Have you ever looked around the world? Have you ever opened a newspaper, or, well, nobody reads newspapers anymore, but have you ever opened Facebook or Twitter or watched the news or anything and started wondering what the heck is going on with the world? What is really happening? What's wrong? Why are people so sucked up in themselves and there's so much negativity and fear? And what is that all about, right? Have you ever wondered that? Have you ever wondered if there's a solution? Well, what if I told you there was? What if I told you it's actually really simple, it's not complicated, in fact, it couldn't be easier? And I could make it as simple as saying, what if we just cared a little more for each other? Would that be so hard? Do you think it might help if we actually cared about each other? What is care, right? What does it mean to care for somebody, and how do you learn that? How do you teach that, right? So I want to share with you a story about an organization that is really doing some incredible work in this space. And it's about the simple concept of how do you teach care? How do you teach love? How do you teach looking out for other people? The organization is called Main Street Philanthropy. It's a nonprofit organization, and what they're doing is some incredible work around bringing philanthropy to Main Street. And I know what you're thinking, philanthropy and Main Street. How do those go together? Philanthropy is for rich people. It's about tax deductions and names on buildings and all kinds of other things that have nothing to do with people like me. Well, let me start by saying, you're wrong. It's just not true. That's not what philanthropy is. So what is it? So what if I told you philanthropy has nothing to do with money? It has nothing to do with being rich. You don't have to have money to be a philanthropist. It's not about names on buildings and tax deductions. In fact, it's really quite simple. Think about the word philanthropy. Take the Greek roots, philos, anthropos. For those scholars out there, what do those even mean, right? Philos, it's a form of love. Right, love. And the cool thing about Greek is there's lots of words for love, not just one. And in English, we can love chicken, we can love our spouse, we can love our kids, we can love going out to dinner, whatever it is, and hopefully they're all different. In Greek, there's multiple types of love. Philos is like a brotherly love, like caring for other people. Anthropos, if you've studied anthropology or know about it, it's human behavior and humankind. So think about the word philanthropy, philos, anthropos, quite simple, broken down, love of humankind, right? It doesn't say money. It doesn't say tax deductions, it doesn't say names on buildings, it doesn't have anything to do with wealth. In fact, anybody can become a philanthropist. So what if I told you you could bring Main Street and philanthropy and connect them together, right? What if I told you that learning how to become a philanthropist, learning to give, was the first action, the first step in learning how to care for other people, and learning how to love, and learning how to think outside yourself. Most of us think of this world as a very self-oriented, me-first world, and it is. Look at Facebook. It's check me out. It's here's what I'm doing. I'm awesome. My world is great. Don't you want to be more like me? And you look at that, and sometimes you're just miserable seeing all these people doing wonderful things, and you're wondering what the heck's wrong with your life. Well, that's just not reality, and it's not a me-first world. And what I found is people are starving to do something wonderful for other people. Have you ever received a gift? Have you ever been given a gift, just something awesome, something incredible, and it meant a lot to you? Well, have you ever wondered about the person that gave you the gift? What do you think it meant to them? Do you think they even know what it meant to you to get it? Right? What do you think it meant to them to be the giver of that gift? Have you ever given a gift to somebody and you started thinking that it was actually maybe even better for you to be the giver of the gift than it was to be the recipient? Have you ever volunteered for an organization, gone somewhere, done some work, given, and you're going there to help others, but in the end you realize you're actually the one that walked away with the greatest gift of all? Have you ever wondered and realized that perhaps giving is really more about changing the hearts and minds of those who give even more than it is the recipient? Well, really, that's the message. That's the lessons. That's the education. That's how we're inspiring a future generation of leaders through intelligent giving. Right? Giving is not simply just an act of doing something for a recipient. Giving done properly has the power to teach people critical life lessons, has the power to inspire them to be generous and understand gratitude. But even more than that, when you can give with true intention. You can give to the right people for the right reasons, for the right causes, to solve problems. You can give and you can measure the impact of your giving. You can learn financial lessons. You can learn about how to build stronger companies, how to be a better person. It's possible that through giving, we can change the world. It's possible that by teaching giving and inspiring a future generation of leaders, we can change the world. It's possible that by bringing philanthropy to Main Street, we can change an entire future generation of people. We can inspire them to become generous. We can teach them how to give with great impact. And we can change not just their lives, but we can change the trajectory of this country. We can change what we're doing right now so it's not just about the negative, the bad, and he took from what I had and I'm a victim. It's not about that anymore. It's about caring for each other. It's not me now, it's we. How do we go from me to we? Well, I would share with you that through teaching some basic principles of giving, by sharing not just what it is, but how to do it. You ever wonder how to teach your kids these things? How to teach your kids to become generous? It's not easy. I've got 3 kids, believe me. It's hard to teach them. They want me, mine, right? It's a hard thing to teach, but you got to start, right? What if you could start by having an intentional giving experience for these children? But not just your kids, but you could do it for kids across the country, youth that don't have this chance otherwise. That's the story of Main Street Philanthropy. That's what we're doing in schools across the country. It's what we're doing in corporations with families, and we're getting in there and we're teaching some basic core principles of what it means to give. Giving is living, right? Our world's pretty messed up, but I would encourage you, look into this, get inspired. If you want to learn, we can help, right? If you want to teach and inspire other people to giving, that's what this is all about. The world's not all that messed up. It just needs some guidance, right? We just need a direction. We need a leader. We need some people that can teach caring, that actually genuinely care about making a difference. Join me, will you? You join me in this movement to make a difference, right? Let's stop complaining and worry about all the negative, and let's change that, and let's start thinking about caring for others, and let's move from a me to a we. Let's go and understand that giving truly is about changing the hearts and minds of those who give.